The Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger-Delta Life ND program was received with mixed reactions during the kickoff. Some communities welcomed the project with open arms, while some displayed total rejection.
Our experiences were somewhat palatable, somewhat not palatable. I remember when we went to Abia, the people were running away. We went to see the AZ. The said the AZ is not it's not living in the community that it comes. That is Prime Minister is who you have to see. And it was like if we are trailing them for another thing. So it was not easy for us to penetrate Ohafia as a whole. We had to go more than once or more than twice, to get them.
Dr. Roland Onyezu, the Abia Life ND project coordinator, gave a hint of how it turned out.
The project at the initial stage, of course, when we got to the communities to advocate, seek for their participation, full participation and support to the project, there were doubts. They said, some of them carelessly said, it's not one of those government projects that will come and at the end of the day, nothing is fizzles out and without much impact. And we kept reinforcing the message that we've come for real. And I'm happy to speak today that most of these communities are saying a different story. In fact, we've had some communities come here to approach us to see if we can include them in our project. And I'm happy that that is happening. And it's as a result of the little sincerity and transparency that we display in our activities.
To affirm the narrative of Dr. Onyezu, Francis Dimpa, a stakeholder at Abai Ohanze in Obingwa local government area of Abia State, gave a factual story of what played out when Life ND team approached his community.
In fact, Life ND has exceeded expectation. When we have first heard about Life ND in this community, we thought it was like all other programs that we have seen that have come and made promises and they fizzled away without making any impact. But we are very grateful and happy that this project called Life ND has come in, has been consistent, and they have been delivered. Been delivering on what they have promised they came to do in our community and even beyond.
Elder Sunday Wamba also affirmed the impact of Life ND in his community.
The Life ND mpatarangana inyere anyị aka mpatara wakpa mba atọ inyere anyị aka mere anyị ihe ọma kpọta ụmụntakịrị ada ịzụ maka ịzụ ọkụkọ azụ ọkwa nna we seti ke mbụ ya bụ ịkwala seti ka agbala abụ so seti ka agbala abịa ngaji ntakala oge bụ anyị ebidokwala ree ya nyekwa wee kwesịrị ịnata inye aka o nyere n'ala ime obodo anyị mbụ na omeela ka ụmụntakịrị ghara ịnọ ka efu na-enwe nhụla arụ umeela nyeta ụmụntakịrị ọrụ
ndị project ndị ka ọzọ bịara na Life ND kedu ka mma
Life ND nkawe mma.
In Ohafia, northern part of Abia State, Life ND team was received royally by traditional figures who poured out blessings and prayers for the purpose of their visit and planned agro-intervention program in their community. In a more receptive way, they welcomed Life ND team with their traditional Ohafia cultural dance group, which is presented to esteemed visitors. Pastor Okechukwu Dike, an incubator of Life ND under rice production, also spoke on the impact of the project.
Yes, we have trained them well. For example, those that came in for us to train were incubatees in the area of rice processing. We have trained them on rice processing, rice packaging, and rice marketing. And it is a well time spent with them.
So as you can see, this rice that you see, so we went training for Ibadan. As we went training for Ibadan, for Life ND sent us training for Ibadan.
Chidi Odinaka Chinarom, the incubator in charge of Unsulu Games Village agro site of Abia Life ND, spoke on the impact of Life ND program.
Yes, they are responding to every lecture that are given to them by Life ND. And we have a technical officer that always come here to assist me in making sure that we don't breach the rules in the farm. Somebody like Dr. Olojode Adeyemi, the agro-businessman Chukwu Kezie, and some other people from the library, they always come here to ensure that we are doing the right thing.
My portion of cassava farm is over here. After cultivating after preparing the farmland, we have planted my cassava. I've applied the herbicide to help my crops grow well. I applied the fertilizer also, and I do come to my farm regularly to make sure my crops are doing well.
We have always been wishing that our youth should be engaged. That will not be detrimental to their development. Development, I mean positive development. And the introduction of Life ND has really made even those who are not involved to urge government to expand, to have more of them involved. Because those who are really involved have seen that for somebody to be busy positive can even help his peers.
The incubatees came in their large numbers and went through a series of Life ND training before their financial empowerment, which paved the way for the next batch.
As at November this year, we have carefully selected through our procurement processes, we have carefully selected incubators across the states who are supporting us or partnering with us to train our incubatees who are our direct beneficiaries. As we speak, we have empowered 280 incubatees or 280 beneficiaries with working capital. And I want to tell you that for each of these incubatees, we have, after the training, after the capacity building they've undergone at their various incubation centers, they've been able to be provided with working capital or provided with input requirements that they need to use for their agri-businesses, worth over ₦1 million. So we can say that an average incubatee is a millionaire as we speak. And from their own stories, maybe when you get to the field and also ask some of these incubatees, for each business cycle, they are making an average of 300 to 500,000 naira as profits that's available to them. So we can say that we have really empowered these our direct beneficiaries across the states.
The project is ongoing in the 9 Niger-Delta States. Also involved in the project are the Ministry of Agriculture, the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, and the United Nations.